Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, December 26, 2021. It is Aries that is in regency this day, and that is why your mind would get in tune with everything you start now. That is why you should feel liberated in the face of any adversity. You would try to have everything at hand so that nobody or nothing catches you off guard, and after that, feel that everything makes a better sense. Success would be part of this bright day, and the crescent moon would be responsible for it. Possibly you would have been a bit afraid for not having made decisions before today, which would possibly already take effect. One of the best things that could happen to you during the day is to run into a person that you had in mind for months. That is why, without necessity, everything is arranged in your favor so that it happens, and it is the trine between Mercury and Pluto that would fill you with joy for it. The fundraising activities of a group you joined are generally going quite well, but today things will probably seem a bit stagnant. Checks won't come in the mail, important people won't return your phone calls, someone won't show up for work. This situation is frustrating, but it surely won't last until the day after. For tomorrow, everything will be as before. Don't give up. It is the best time to combine fruits, vegetables, and everything that you consider would help you feel full. That is why from this moment on, and even though all food temptations are in front of you at this time, do not hesitate for a second that you could take charge of your diet and your health. Today you may feel a little depressed when you face your financial situation. Perhaps you have many bills to pay, and therefore your savings will seem too little to satisfy your preferences. However, this is only temporary, and you will surely feel good once you get the math off yourself. Find something inexpensive, like reading, to keep you busy and stop thinking about the problem. You are sure to be fine. Do not let yourself be ruled by the tempting breath of Jupiter. Ascendant Pisces, you have the devil in your body. Between alcohol, petit fours, peanuts, and tobacco, it's just if you find the time to work. Use a little wisdom. One aperitif per week is more than enough. This overflow of energy overwhelming you could be put to better use. You who are creative, why not indulge in a healthy passion like painting, music, or writing? Still better than leaning on the bar, wouldn't it? You would forgive any mistakes that you have considered huge, especially since you would have wasted a little of your money. But that is not why you should be so fatalistic. Remember that errors have a solution, no matter what they were. You may receive a small amount today, perhaps from a money-back friend, that will allow you to make a necessary purchase that you have been putting off. Although your health is not very good, you will feel so happy to buy what you need that you will go out anyway. Spend the rest of the day resting. Have fun. You would seriously contemplate formalizing a relationship, or at least thinking about doing it. You have felt that the partner you meet, with wide possibilities, has the characteristics of who you would consider the love of your life. For this, you would have Aries in the regency, which would give you the impulse to do what you consider pertinent for both of you. You may run into obstacles lately that make you stop and question the path you are on. Perhaps you have been acting on assumptions that are no longer valid. This is a time when you need to question your goals and discover where you need to focus your attention to be most effective. To make matters worse, you have an emotional thorn in you that makes it difficult for you to change. The familiar path may be the most comfortable, but, unfortunately, it may not be the most beneficial. Love or friendship? You hesitate to enter into a relationship. Contradictory feelings invade you. Despite your doubts, you have never felt so upset. During this time, the person who is straining your emotions might get them wrong, or worse, walk away from you. The ambiguities give him a feeling of insecurity. So clear things up quickly to reassure and relieve that person. If you are in a relationship, the desire to break away from the daily grind drives you. From whatever aspect you look at it, you would be being amazed at the positive things life would have for you. Above all, in the labor aspect, you would take much more care of your work than before, and in that sense, you would be rewarded as soon as possible. Aries would be being a lucky star of luck so that you remain in harmony. Today some projects may be completed that have required a lot of intellectual work and in which you have been working for a long time. Your efforts will ultimately be appreciated, by those interested, and you will even receive public recognition of some kind. An increase in your income is looming on the horizon. You've worked hard to be where you are, and they can't blame you if you compliment yourself. Do it. The moon in your sky takes you on a journey through time. This welcome homecoming brings knowledge of the past back to your life. You who are used to looking ahead will nevertheless be professionally propelled by an old acquaintance. Enough to take a new turn and perhaps consider going back to your roots in the long term. A move in the wake is probably not excluded. You seem ready to make a pretty radical change. Don't play devil's advocate. If there's a longtime friend in your circle of acquaintance who tends to kill you 400 times, it might be time for you to confront them with their actions. Don't constantly excuse his attitude out of habit. If you care about his friend, it will be better to have a heart-to-heart and express your emotions than to let your annoyances unravel. These will only plague your chances of forming stronger bonds in the future.